it do. It's time for that culture for the streets. You know exactly where you at, man. Close that door. Make sure it's locked, man. Sit down. Get comfortable. Tune in. It's time for that culture for the streets. Hosted by Mafia and Paint. Let's get it.
Yeah. Got my nigga Cheese in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. You already know. Yeah. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. It be knocking watch lights out. My spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle.
First and foremost, what I do want to start, you see I got Mr. 1017 himself in the background. Shout out to Gucci, man. Secondly, much respect to Gucci because he get critiqued and criticized for a lot, being in the position he is as far as a CEO and having these artists, right? So everybody look at 1017 and say, well, Gucci don't care about his artists. Gucci running over his artists. Everybody in 1017 going to jail. Is it a setup? Because everybody in 1017 end up going to jail. It's none of the above, right? So recently we had Joe Budden's kind of trash 1017 as a label and kind of Gucci Mane at the same time as a CEO,
and what y'all
as a
don't
figure.
really understand about Joe is he a good businessman. He got a lot of things going on right now, present day. But as an artist, he had a ceiling. He never reached CEO of a record label. He never had to manage artists. He never had to invest his money into these artists to see them successful. So his judgment and his perspective and criticism on Gucci for giving people opportunities, I really can't respect it. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments.
Now, to touch up on what Joe Budden was saying, I understand from the outside looking in what it looks like when you see certain things happen, and what you seeing is really happening. But what you really seeing happen don't always mean it's happening the way that your mind prints it out to you. Yeah, you seen them go to jail. But what you're not paying attention to is the fact that these were street guys before Gucci pops up and throw a 1017 chain. They already had street activity going on. So when Gucci responds, and Gucci did respond. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna even speak for him in this matter. I'm gonna let y'all see what he said himself. Let's go.
He was saying that you shouldn't have given some of these people a chance and have done background checks. What do you think? Because you were in a situation but was able to overcome. Do you think that that's something that should be held against them?
I think that's like unfair. You know what I'm saying? For him to say that, but I guess he's entitled to his opinion. But to me, who else gonna give him a chance? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to sign the guys who don't need no help. I'm signing the guys who don't nobody want to sign. Who saying like, oh, you know, you got a criminal record. We gonna stay away from you. Them the guys I'm giving a chance.
Right.
I signed one guy. He was in jail and burned him out of jail, and he been having a great career since then. You know, like, but people don't tell all those stories. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if they would have ran my background and my criminal shit, I wouldn't have had no deal. You feel what I'm saying? So my whole thing is I want to help. This is my way of giving back. I always want to give back. And when I'm telling them to not get in trouble, I'm not signing them and saying it's cool. I'm trying to be the example to say, look what I'm doing. See how I'm taking all this stuff serious and being professional. You know, I'm leading by example. You know what I'm saying? And if they fall, I'm gonna be. You know, I try to be there and talk to them, but you know, if anything, I'm mentoring them and I always telling them nothing but right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling them, I'm not condoning it. I'm not with it. But yeah, I'm gonna give a chance to the people who, don't nobody give a chance to.
Now, once again, much respect to Gucci because what he said is absolutely right. Look at the roster. Rest in peace, Big Scar. Free Shiesty. Free Fooh. Free Hotboy Wes. Free everybody that's locked up in 1017, man. But pay attention. He went and got people that know the world. Now, when I say nobody knew, I'm not talking about in your city. I'm talking about the world, nigga. In the world, nobody knew these people. Gucci firsthand. He ain't got assistants, interns. He don't have them reaching out to the artists. He reaching out to the artists personally. So much to the point where the artists don't even be believing this WAP. When he, you see what I'm saying? When he tap in with them. So he takes them out of a situation they actively in at the time. Keep in mind, they got activity outside in the street. So when he come, give him this necklace, give him this opportunity, give him this lane, give him the limelight, give him the status of chasing the ability to be able to reach being a star, right? He providing all these opportunities, and they are able to become stars solely off the fact that they are signed to 1017, solely off the fact that they seen next to Gucci on top of their own talent. So it increases the probability of these people becoming successful, and we've seen a vast majority of 1017 become successful. So if we're going to talk about 1017, let's talk about the good stuff because we already know all the bad. You see all that right there? All that's talent, bro. That you wouldn't even knew about had not Gucci had them on the radar, pulled up on them and gave them an opportunity. It didn't have to, listen, when people don't know you, when you don't have the proper credentials behind you to be able to go out there and secure these deals, these multi-million-dollar deals, nobody's going to give you a multi-million-dollar deal and you don't have no credentials. I'm going to give you $3 million and you ain't even did 100,000 streams, so how am I going to get my $3 million back? Don't forget to a record label, you are the investment. He might not be giving these people multi-million-dollar deals when he first take them out their situation. I'm pretty sure he didn't give Pooh Shiesty $1 million when he signed him, but Pooh Shiesty ended up becoming a trend. Pooh Shiesty ended up becoming one of the biggest young generation rappers. Multi-platinum songs. How did he get to that point? And this is not to say Shiesty would have never got to that point without Gucci. But Gucci, he give you your own court to play on. And it's up to you to bring the crowd to the court to watch you play. And that's the opportunity he giving people. Shiesty made people come out and want to watch him. Fool got a platinum hit behind him. Scar was doing his thing. Everybody set, 1017 set, man. Shout out to him, man. Because that's who WAP talking about. When he say he went to Memphis, bond somebody out, gave them opportunity, and they are coming up off the opportunity, man. Shout out Set, man. Shout out Memphis, man. So I gotta have the utmost respect for what Gucci doing because, like he said, he giving people opportunities that wouldn't be able to have these opportunities that he providing to these people because look at all the other hundreds of other labels that's out. Everybody got their brand swinging from their neck. How come they didn't end up on none of these other labels before Gucci came? Think about that. But here come Gucci, and he was absolutely right when he said, if your criminal background dictated the opportunity for you, if your criminal background dictates you being able to have an opportunity in the music industry, he wouldn't have had a chance. That's a whole catalog of music, a whole person, a whole a legend in his genre of rap that we would have never got to see. Because he was already a convicted felon prior to coming into rap. Keep in mind that most of the rappers come from harsh environments, whether they active in them environments or they just live in them environments. It train you a certain way. So I felt what he was saying, and that was some of the realest stuff I done heard Gucci say lately, because at the end of the day, if we don't give people that lack the opportunities to become successful, that lack the opportunities to sprout and grow to be something, to have to showcase their potential limitlessly, if we don't give these types of people opportunities, how do we see the next stars? How do we meet the next talent? How do we know the next biggest hustler? They need opportunities. Everybody can't create the space for themselves. Some people need help. Gucci is that help. Not only is he that help, he also the role model to the same people he put a necklace around their neck. Now understand this, because when the CEO come and give you an opportunity to be an artist on a label, nigga, that nigga might not necessarily be your role model. But in Gucci case, 100% of his artists, he they role model. You can pick and cipher and shuffle the deck of cards as much as you want to, but you're not going to be able to point out a big amount of rappers that's providing the same amount of opportunities to niggas that didn't have no opportunities on the table. Understand, some of these labels only sign to niggas that look like they finna take off, so they get a head start on locking them in. Gucci taking a gamble on you, bro. And we watching the ones he taking gambles on go out and become somebody in the industry. But the activities in the street often hold him back. But that's not Gucci's fault, because at the end of the day, he didn't go sign a whole bunch of 15-year-old kids. He signed grown men. Now, when you the role model, you lead correctly. When you the role model, you give the wisdom and the knowledge away. Free of cost. It don't cost nothing to take a sip and grow. But that part of the deal is on them. They have to reciprocate what Gucci giving them. Soak it up. You see your role model. This was the trap god of the trap era. Went to jail, came home, whole transformation. We watching Gucci getting 20 times more money than he was when he left the streets. We watching Gucci live 20 times better than he did when he left the streets. We watching Gucci give niggas opportunities that a lot of people in the old 1017 said he didn't provide for them. We watching him do a lot of things. We watching him redeem himself. Yet all everybody can say is, oh, he's a curse or he's cursed. Nigga, Gucci ain't responsible for what niggas got going on outside their house, man. In their city. With they ops. He's a CEO, not the hood babysitter. He playing this position, giving everybody a position. How come we don't salute him for that? He putting people in position to get some money. If I come to your city and you outside taking from people, taking from your community, in and out of jail, surviving every day trying to figure out how you gonna get some money, and here I come. Now I don't give you millions of dollars, but I put 50,000 in your hand, 100,000 in your hand. You ain't gotta worry about going to get no jewelry right now because you know I'm finna put this Rolex on your wrist and this 1017 piece on your neck. So that's a whole check you ain't got to go spend. You got them accessories already. Now you got to buckle down and put your hustle down in this industry and leave your mark. He giving niggas that opportunity. Let's talk about that. Let me know what y'all think, man. Leave them comments in the comment section, man. Shout out Gucci. Shout out 1017. Shout out everybody from 1017 that's locked up. Most importantly, shout out to Gucci for being the opportunity provider. Cause ain't too many niggas that can get on these cameras and swear up and down that they giving niggas opportunities because we can see the opportunities that Gucci giving people. The situations he putting them in. We can't say we see everybody doing that. We can't say we see everybody putting their team in position. We can't say we see everybody going out there and changing somebody you ain't even know prior to this situation life. Gucci doing that. How about we salute that? I'm out, man. It's time for that. Culture for the streets, man. Unlock that door. We'll see you next time. It's time for that. Culture for the streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint, man. We out of here, man.